I still remember the exact moment my heart shattered in that conference room. The fluorescent lights buzzed overhead like angry wasps, and I sat there with my team, notebooks open, hoping for some kind of relief. We had just survived another brutal quarter. Sales were down, but we had worked weekends, skipped family dinners, and given everything we had. My name is Elena, and for 9 years I poured my soul into Harlan Marketing Solutions. I started as a junior coordinator and rose to senior project manager. I believed in Mr. Harlan. He used to call me his rock. But that day, everything changed. He walked in with that smug little smirk, adjusting his expensive watch. We presented our concerns gently. Rising living costs, no raises in 3 years, broken equipment, and people burning out. I spoke up, my voice steady but tired. "We're loyal, sir, but we're struggling. We need some support." He leaned back in his leather chair, chuckled, and said the words that still echo in my nightmares. "Stop complaining. This is it. Economy's tough for everyone. This is all you can handle right now. If you can't manage, maybe this isn't the place for you." The room went dead silent. A few people looked down at the table. I felt my cheeks burn with humiliation. That smirk, that cold, dismissive laugh, like we were children asking for too much candy. In that moment, something inside me broke. Not just my loyalty, but my illusion that hard work and dedication would be rewarded. I drove home that night with tears streaming down my face. My husband asked what was wrong, and I couldn't even speak. I kept replaying his words. 9 years, birthdays missed, vacations canceled, late nights when my daughter asked why mommy was never home, all for a man who laughed at our pain. But what I didn't know then was that I wasn't the only one shattered. The entire team was quietly breaking, and that single meeting was about to light a fire none of us could put out. The weeks that followed were pure emotional torture. Mr. Harlan started cutting even more corners. He removed our small coffee allowance, increased targets by 30%, and told us we should be grateful to have jobs. While he drove a new luxury car to the office every morning, I tried to stay positive. I told myself this was temporary. But then came the real betrayal. One late evening, while finishing a report, I accidentally opened an old shared drive folder. Inside were emails between Mr. Harlan and his accountant. The company wasn't struggling nearly as badly as he claimed. He had given himself a massive bonus 6 months earlier. The same month he told us there was no money for raises. He was siphoning profits while preaching about economic hardship. My hands shook as I read those emails. I forwarded a few to my personal drive, heart pounding. That night I barely slept. I kept thinking about my team. Maria, the single mom who cried in the bathroom after her hours were reduced. David, who delayed his wedding because he couldn't afford the ring now, and young interns who were working for almost nothing. The next day, I didn't say anything at first, but the pain turned into something sharper. Quiet anger. I started noticing how everyone moved differently. The laughter in the break room had disappeared. People were exhausted, resentful, and scared. During lunch, I whispered to a few trusted colleagues. One by one, they opened up. We realized we had all been living the same nightmare. Mr. Harlan had divided us with fear. 3 months later, the perfect storm arrived. Mr. Harlan had landed a huge potential client, a national brand that could double the company's revenue. He scheduled a big presentation and demanded the entire team attend to show unity and dedication. We smiled and said yes. But behind the scenes, we had prepared something he never saw coming. The day of the meeting, the conference room was packed with the client's executives and our senior staff. Mr. Harlan stood at the front, boasting about the strong, loyal team and how well the company was doing under his leadership. Then I stood up. My legs were shaking, but my voice was clear. Before we continue, I think the clients deserve the full truth. I connected my laptop to the projector. One by one, the slides appeared. Not the pretty pitch decks, but the real story. Screenshots of emails showing his bonuses, records of our stagnant salaries, testimonies from the team about the toxic environment, even recordings of him mocking our concerns. The room went completely silent. Mr. Harlan's face turned pale. He tried to interrupt, but I kept speaking. You told us this is all you can handle. Today, we're showing you what we can actually handle. Then came the final blow. Every single team member stood up one by one, 12 of us. We placed our resignation letters on the table in perfect sync, effective immediately. And because we had documented everything so thoroughly, several key clients and vendors had already been quietly informed of the internal issues. The clients looked horrified. They thanked us for our honesty and walked out shortly after. Mr. Harlan stood there alone, sweating as his biggest opportunity crumbled in real time. In the weeks that followed, the company suffered massive losses. Several more employees left. Investigations began into the financial discrepancies. Mr. Harlan's smirk was gone, replaced by desperation. We didn't destroy him out of hate, we simply stopped protecting his lies. Today, most of us have found better positions. I started my own small consulting firm with 3 former colleagues. The work is harder, but the respect is real. My daughter sees me home for dinner now, and I sleep peacefully. If there's one thing I want you to remember from my story, it's this. Your loyalty should never be a one-way street. When someone laughs at your pain and tells you to accept less than you deserve, that's not a challenge to work harder. It's a sign to walk away and build something better. Never let anyone convince you that this is all you can handle, because you are capable of so much more, especially when you finally choose yourself. Thank you for listening to my story. If you've ever been betrayed by someone who was supposed to value you, drop a comment below. You're not alone, and sometimes the sweetest revenge is simply refusing to stay where you're not valued.